Okay, good morning. Proficiency exam. Moving on, one more problem. Scientists say that temperature in degrees Fahrenheit can be determined by adding 41 to the number of chirps a cricket makes in 13 seconds if the temperature is above 55 Fahrenheit. If n is the number of chirps counted in 13 seconds, which formula represents the temperature T in degrees Celsius? Okay, and I have four options here, A, B, C, D. Well, for the purpose of this problem, you guys have to go back to the page with the formula if you don't remember this, and write down how to translate from Celsius degrees to Fahrenheit degrees, okay? Or basically for this example, it's backwards, right? From Fahrenheit to Celsius. Because we're looking here at the temperature in Celsius, so your T in this problem will be the equivalent of C in my, formula for translating Fahrenheit temperature into Celsius temperature, right? Well, let's start with the facts, right? Scientists say that the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit can be determined by adding 41 to the number of chirps a cricket makes in 13 seconds. And more than that, they're telling us that n is the number of chirps counted in 13 seconds. So basically, from these two statements, I can say that the temperature in Fahrenheit, right, and I will use F for that, the temperature in Fahrenheit could be found by adding 41, right? Well, adding 41, you may say 41 plus. Are adding 41 to what? To the number of chirps a cricket makes in 13 seconds. Well, for this problem, the number of chirps a cricket makes in 13 seconds is what? Is n. N is the number of chirps counted in 13 seconds. So your temperature will be given in Fahrenheit, will be given by 41 plus n. Now, you have to find the temperature in degrees Celsius, which for this problem, as you can see on your answers here, will be T. So I'm going to change in my formula, instead of C, I will put T, okay? And that's your formula, and all you have to do now is to substitute, instead of F, right here, this expression, 41 plus N, okay? So let's see what we get, what we're getting here. And I have the temperature equals 5 over 9. I'm just, copying everything that's given to me here, times parentheses. And now you have F, right? But instead of F, you're going to write what is F equivalent to in the given problem. And F is nothing else but 41 plus the number of chirps a cricket makes in 13 seconds. 41 plus N, and don't forget about to subtract 32 from that. Moving on. Order of operations, PEMDAS, right? Parentheses first. In the parentheses, combine your like terms, right? And I have what? 41 minus 32. So the fraction that's outside stays, 5 over 9 times. And in the parentheses, I will have 41 minus 32. That is 9 plus n. Close the parentheses. Okay. Now, because all your answers are given as a quantity over the fraction line, right, with the denominator, which is either 5 or 9, I'm going to move on and write this thing with the fraction line, because when you multiply a fraction by a quantity, you're multiplying that quantity to your numerator, to the top of your fraction, and you keep the same denominator. So everything will be over 9. Now I can go back to my answers and say, hey, not good, B is not good because it's over 5, and D is not good because it's also over 5. And you have what? 5, your numerator, multiplied by the quantity in the parentheses, by 9 plus n. And because your answers are given into you know, a no parentheses form, if you want, you will move on and will say, hey, this one equals what? Everything over 9, and you have to use the distributive property and distribute that 5 to everything inside the parentheses, and will be 5 times 9, which is 45, plus 5 times n, which is 5n. We remember that addition is commutative, so basically this top one, I can write it as what? 5n plus 45, everything over 9. And what you guys notice? Your answer will be A, because that A gives you the same temperature, the same expression for your temperature. And this is it. That's how you solve this problem, or a similar one. Remember this, formula that gives you the relation between the temperature in Celsius and the temperature in Fahrenheit is a very important one. Better memorize it, or if not, look for it on the formula page that is given to you with the test. This is it. I'll see you when I'll see you.